whatsoever. All right, let's get to the NBA. And, man, the Lakers play tonight. They play Oklahoma City. But LeBron James is out, and he's going to be out, Rob, for about a week. At least right. At least a week with an abdominal strain. You heard Brian Finley say it. Rob, this is something. This is something. And I don't know. I'm not saying it's a real serious injury. But the something that this is, Rob, is age. That's all there is to it. It's age. And I'm not saying definitively LeBron's going to be in and out of the lineup, that it's over. But this is what happens when you get older. One of two things happens, Rob, when you get older, or maybe both. Your play either declines tremendously and you're just not that good anymore. And if you want to stick around like Vince Carter or, several other players, then go ahead and do it and come off the bench and be a veteran voice in the locker room and all that. Or you just get banged up and eventually your body can't give you 70, 60 games a year at a high level anymore. You can go out there and light it up here and there. And in LeBron's case, he's playing well. Now, by his standards, you see the drop-off, and it's early. But he's played 6 of the 8 games for the Lakers so far this year, Rob. And again, he's playing really well. But his scoring is his lowest since his rookie year. His field goal percentage is his lowest since his rookie year. For LeBron James, he shoots 46.7%. For him, that's incredibly low.
And it should be, Chris. He's taking way too many threes.
Yes.
Am I right?
There was one point, I don't know where it stands. Well, I can just look it up. But there was Chris, a point where like half of his shots
were three-pointers. I watched the game, and I could not believe he was just settling for threes. Like
he's averaging 20 shots a game, Rob. 8 of them are threes. That's by far a career. He's never averaged more than 6.
He's averaging 8 threes. He's just settling. Chris, right. That's less wear and tear, going to the basket.
Oh, yeah.
Getting bumped around, like it's just easier to stand out there. People will give you space. They don't buy you as a three-point shooter. Yeah, go ahead, LeBron.
He's come back. Remember, in the first few games, he shot 48%.
Where's he now?
Trey, 34%.
Yeah.
He's come in, and that's, nobody's accused LeBron of being a great three-point shooter, so he's kind of come back to his mean. But I just think, Rod, this is, and again, not making a prediction yet, but I'm not surprised. I mean, LeBron's in his 19th year. We can say this definitively. Everybody debates the GOAT. You and I say it's Jordan. We got LeBron second. I'm very comfortable with that. But one thing we can say is no one's ever been this good, this deep into their career. And that's just a fact. Now, Karl Malone, Kareem, Kevin Garnett, none of them, they played long, but none of them were like a top, 5-10 player in the league.
Let me say
at their 18th or 19th season.
This is why I didn't pick the Lakers, why I can't pick the Lakers. Chris, you remember last year, I did not pick the Lakers to come out of the West, and what was my reason? Not because I didn't think Anthony Davis and LeBron James don't make a hell of a tandem. It wasn't that.
Right. Injuries.
They can't stay healthy. LeBron has been in L.A. 4 years. This is the 3rd out of 4 years he's had injuries. The only year he didn't have an injury, Chris, serious, what kept him out, was after they were off for 4 months for COVID. That's the only time.
Yep. And it was a short burst.
Exactly.
Right? That's all you needed was a short burst.
And that's what he got, and they were able to get through. And even Anthony Davis, who gets hurt every year, didn't get hurt that year. So that was different. But these two guys and LeBron, as you talked about it, year 19, 3 out of 4. Really? Chris, already, this is 2 injuries already. How many games? 8? It's been 8 games?
8 games. He's missed 2 out of the first 8, and he's gonna miss
a week. He's gonna miss like 4 games,
week.
Right?
Probably 4 games.
For another 4.
Yep.
So my point is, and we're just getting started. You think he gets better as we get along in the season, or is it worse as you get older? I think it's worse.
Right.
And
And
that's
people
why,
may look at Carmelo, and we'll see if he stays healthy. But he's probably playing half the minutes that LeBron is playing.
he's not playing the same workload.
Right, he's not playing a lot.
It's not the same.
And Rob, Kerry Kittles has brought it up when he's been on the show, former player for the New Jersey Nets at that time. The way they play the game today, like you've got to get out on the floor and guard, right? And that puts more wear and tear. Yeah, you're not banging like you used to, but it puts more wear and tear on your body than when the game was played closer to the basket. Your joints, right? Things like that. Rob, LeBron James is 5th all time in minutes played. 5th. And among active players, get this. Among active players, I'm looking for the next active player. Carmelo's the next highest at 26th. So think about it. Of the guys who played the 25 highest, the 25 highest ranking guys in NBA history in terms of minutes played, LeBron is 5th. And he's the only one who's active. What was that, Rob G?
Right.
Yeah. So he I hope this is not the case. And you heard me, I said it on TV, I think I said it on our radio show. The Lakers, I know we're only 8 games in, and their big three is showing signs of meshing. And I'm not saying it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out, even if LeBron's healthy. But I'm saying this early,
Chris,
for them to be
sign.
playing fairly well together is a great sign. I was talking about Russ, AD, and LeBron showing signs of meshing. But if LeBron can't stay healthy, then it's a moot point. And I'm telling you, if LeBron or AD is out, they can't win it. Can't. Not won't. Can't win it.
No, they need all the pieces. And if I'm a Laker fan, and Rob G, you could jump on real quick. You got to be a little have some angst about LeBron because this is 2 injuries in basically 3 weeks, right? Rob G?
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys brought it up. Him getting hurt is, it was unusual for a long time there because LeBron never got hurt.
Right.
But, guys get hurt, they sprain ankles, whatever, that happens in the course of a season. I'm not concerned about that. What I am concerned about, though, and Chris, this is to your point, is when you get more advanced in age, it's not necessarily getting hurt that's the problem. It's the recovery time that it takes. Because LeBron, at 26 or 27, he might have the same injury and it'll take him half the time to get back in the action.
I also don't think he even gets hurt in some of these situations.
Right.
I just think his joints were stronger, as all of us, is the case with all of us. But I don't think some of these injuries even keep him out 5-10 years ago.
Well, this one I'm not sure just because it's a core muscle. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know enough about it.
I'm just saying, some of these.
But he worked through those before
and was banged up and turned his ankle before, and he was able to play through.
But now the last 3-4 years, it's like it's always something. Like you just expect him to at some point not be able to go or not be 100%. And Chris, even when he played at the end last year against the Suns. Some people said he won 100% then, and he played, but was he good?
He wasn't. He couldn't control the game like he always has. Yeah,
but he was out there. Is my point.
Yeah, this is not a good sign at all for the Lakers. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, it's no big deal. He'll just be out a week or whatever." Nah, it's a big deal. It is a big deal just because of LeBron's age and the wear and tear on his body. And remember also how many playoff games he's played.
Right. So you could add on like 3 more seasons.
Basically, yes. I mean, he's played that many. He has played 266 playoff games. How that is more than 3 seasons, right?
That's what I'm saying. 3 seasons
Unbelievable.
of games.
Unbelievable.